From K2 News, this is breaking news.
Right now we are following two breaking news stories. A deadly shooting in northeast Portland where police found a man dead inside a car in a grocery store parking lot.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a few minutes, but first, a fast-moving wildfire on the Washington side of the Columbia River Gorge forcing level 3 evacuations right now.
Some people east of Bingen on the Washington side of the gorge are under level 3 go now evacuations as that wildfire spreads near SR 14. This is a live look at the Burdoin Mountain Fire now from our crew on the scene. That is a home on fire that started about 15 minutes ago, and now you can see that home is fully engulfed. Officials are telling people in the area to get to safety as that fire is moving very quickly. Thanks for joining us for K2 News at 6. I'm Ray Casway.
And I'm Barry Mangold. A lot to get to at this hour. Several evacuations in place, including level 1 be ready, level 2 be set, and level 3 go now warnings. The Forest Service says the fire has spread to about 250 acres. Or 1,000 acres at this point. It's upgraded from 250 to 1,000 in the last hour alone. SR 14 is closed in both directions between Bingen and Chamberlain Lake rest area. You can find more information about alternate routes on our website right now. And here's another live look at that area from our sky cameras. On the left is our view from Hood River. On the right, you can see the plume of smoke from our Sawtooth camera at Stacker Butte. And this just seems to be getting bigger by the hour. Officials tell us that this fire is moving up Burdoin Mountain in difficult vertical terrain. There's trees and grass fueling it right now. This is our live look from the crew. They're experiencing gusts up to 38 miles per hour there. We just talked to someone in the area a few minutes ago. Listen to this.
Yeah, the wind was getting very gusty and strong, and the wave also was getting really weird. And I saw the air just become really smoky and murky. You know, it was hard to see clearly.
And you can count on K2 to continue tracking this fire throughout this newscast and through the night. When we're not on air, you can get the very latest at K2.com.
Right now, a community meeting is underway for people living near the Cram Fire. This is a live look at that meeting. It's also streaming on the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office Facebook page. The Cram Fire has now burned more than 94,000 acres in Jefferson County, 0% contained. Tonight, we're learning 4 homes, 2 other structures have been destroyed. Hundreds more are threatened by the fire.
More than 1,400 people remain under evacuation warnings for the Cram Fire tonight. A large area surrounding that fire is still under level 3 go now warnings. There are also plenty of people under level 2 get set and level 1 be ready warnings as well. The area, along with parts of central and eastern Oregon and Washington, are under a red flag warning until 10 p.m. tonight. Fire crews say fire activity is dying down around the north edge of the fire, but to the south, the fire front continues to push forward. Along the southern perimeter, crews have been working to widen and reinforce dozer lines to stop the fire's progression, while also continuing to work to protect homes and structures.
Out there in the northern part of the fire, we've had really favorable conditions today. They're doing a lot of patrolling, mopping up in and around the structures that have been affected by the fire. There's some structures within the footprint of the fire that they're also going in there and continuing to mop up around there and assess and reevaluate those structures.
Crews say a cold front is expected to bring cooler temperatures and higher humidity to the area this weekend.
Fire crews continue to work on the Anvil Fire in Clackamas County today. They are optimistic they're getting it under control. Fresh mapping puts it at 3 acres burned. It's burning about 3 miles northwest of Timothy Lake. Forest Service says crews have the fire fully lined and are mopping up hot spots. The fire is not threatening any homes or private land. The fire prompted level 3 go now evacuations for campgrounds and hiking trails within a 2-mile radius of the fire. People are still asked to avoid the area as crews keep working. Timothy Lake access is still okay. Smoke and haze may be still visible over the next few days. Fire restrictions are in place for Mount Hood National Forest, including a ban on all open fires, including campfires.
And now that fire season is underway, it's a good time to refresh yourself with the Ready, Set, Go evacuation system. When you receive an alert for a level 1 Be Ready evacuation, that means you should stay aware of all the dangers in your area. Get a go bag ready and start planning possible evacuation routes, and be sure to check in with loved ones and neighbors. Now, when level 2 gets set, notices come in, that means the danger level in your area is significant, and you should be ready to leave at a moment's notice. If you need extra time to evacuate, now may be the time to do so. Be alert and watch for updates from emergency responders. In other words, be on your toes. And if your area receives a level 3 Go Now alert, you should leave immediately. Don't stop to pack belongings or try to protect your home. Level 3 means there is extreme danger to your safety.
Evacuations are a very difficult thing to do. It's not just get in your car and leave. And I say that because a lot of people don't realize that. And so, again, the Ready, Set, Go is very important. And I had a lady on the Lewis River tell me that if I said ready, that's her go, because she has a number of horses. And so it's going to require several trips for her to evacuate those horses. And that's tremendous thinking.
Now, if you get a warning and you choose not to leave, that is your choice. However, you should know that first responders may not be able to come help you if you need it because of the events going on and the fire. You also don't need to wait for a Go Now alert to evacuate. If you feel unsafe, go ahead and leave. Your go bag should have enough supplies for at least 72 hours, including vital medications and any important paperwork. You can sign up for emergency alerts with your county emergency management offices and emergency services like fire departments or sheriff's offices. Also, be sure to check social media for any updates.
Oregon's fire season is kicking into high gear. So how does this fire season so far stack up against last year's record fire season?
Yeah, let's bring in K2's Vasily Varlamov for some insight here. So Vasily, first off, how bad has this fire season been so far?
Barry, ODF says that fires on agency-protected land, the number of fires on agency-protected land is higher than last year, but the acres burned is far lower. The agency says that's due in part to the hard work and preparedness of firefighters on the ground. Fire officials are confident in their preparedness to respond to fires this season.
I truly believe all the caches in the state of Oregon really prepared for summer 2025, and we're seeing those results here.
David Allen, the ODF Salem Fire Cache manager, says stockpiles are filled and there's no shortage of resources right now. The record fire year last year scorched 1.9 million acres. ODF says 479 fires have burned 4,295 acres on agency-protected land so far this year. That's a far cry from the 85,000 acres that burned from 317 fires on ODF land by this time last year. ODF spokesperson Jessica New Year says the lower number of acres burned is thanks to the hard work of firefighters.
That is truly a testament to our ODF firefighters and their work in initial attack.
A Northwest Interagency Coordination Center report estimates the cost of large fires statewide this year is around $65 million. A large fire is a fire that burns approximately 100 acres of timber or 300 acres of grass. According to the report, approximately 130,000 acres have burned so far. 7 were started by humans and 7 others are still under investigation. ODF says they've spent $44 million on wildfires this year, and the agency's net cost is $20 million, meaning $24 million will need to be reimbursed by the federal or state government.
We are working hand in hand with them and making sure that everybody remains informed.
ODF says that conditions are very similar to last year and that fire danger is still high across the state. Live in Salem, Vasily Varlamov, K2 News.
Vasily, thanks. Stick with K2 News for continuing coverage of the 2025 wildfire season. When we're not on air, find updates on K2.com, our social media pages, or by downloading our K2 News app. It is free in your app store.